Okay, my name is Zakashi guys, and in this video here we're going to be going into the best teams and equipment that you can build for the new Super Saiyan God Goku, the Legends Limited Super Saiyan God Goku. This unit does look phenomenal. I think he has the best animations out of the two that have released, but you need the right build if you're going to be using him. People are already downplaying him, so let's get you right so you can use him correctly. No more talking for this intro, let's get straight into this. So the first team for the video, we've got God Ki, and I'm using the green free-to-play Super Saiyan God Goku as a placeholder for the new Legends Limited Super Saiyan God Goku. So if you're wondering why he's there, it's because he's a placeholder as I'm recording this before. Well, if we look at the team here, we've got Ultra UI on the leader slot. Then we've got God Goku, who's being Zenkai buffed by this Vegeta. If I show you his Z ability and Zenkai ability, you can see it fits perfectly for the God Ki team. Then we've got CMZ, who's also a very good unit, but he's being Zenkai buffed by Red Rose, who's Zenkai buffs Red powerful opponent. Then to finalize the team, we've got God Goku here, whose Z ability gives max base health and critical 22% and 25% to God Ki. So that's what makes the team God Ki, and it works pretty well. Just make sure to have Ultra UI on the leader slot, but it's not the only team you can run, so let's look at the options here. Let's go to the character list. Let me just turn on Ultra as well. If we're looking at the blues, I'd only recommend blue VB. Outside of that, it'd be the new God of Destruction Beerus. He's actually going to be a decent application to the team, and he'll be on the featured boost. But if you don't have VB's plat, just forget about it. The only maybe other one would be Zamasu, but I wouldn't recommend it. He does have endurance, so he does have that saving grace, but that's pretty much it. Going to greens, if you have Evo Ken maybe like 10 stars or higher, you might be able to use them, honestly. Rev Sign as well, but I wouldn't recommend a green because you're going to be already using the God Goku. So just focus on him being your one green in most cases, and then add Zenkai buffs to him accordingly, Vegeta or Beerus. Going into purples, pretty much UI Sign maybe, or a lot of people might have UGB high starred. I wouldn't recommend UGB because you'd have the leader slot him, I believe. I don't think his Z ability meshes that way. Yeah, you'd have the leader slot him, and that could actually mess up your team quite a bit. So I wouldn't recommend it, but UI Sign potentially. For yellows, Ultra UI is obviously your main man, but you could also have Gogeta Blue on that same spectrum. Gogeta Blue is pretty good as well. Beautiful art as well. Outside of that, the yellows pretty much stink, but they have Zenkai buffers. For example, this Goku here. Then red, I showed CMZ already, but you could also have Ultra Vegeta or Blue, but then you'd have to leader slot him because I don't think his Z abilities work either. But an actual good option is Shin over here. Shinkai, he's someone you could actually use on the team as well. And you could Zenkai buff him, I think. No, you can't. So what is CMZ Zenkai buff? Let me check. I don't think it's God Ki. Oh, it is God Ki. That's nice. And the Z ability is God Ki. So you can Zenkai buff him. That's perfect. You got God Goku here as well for the HP that I already showed you. So depending on how you wanted to go about it, I built this, but it's not the only way you can go about it. You can definitely go about it multiple ways depending on what pieces you have and Zenkais you have. So please build to what you have. I'm just showing you multiple case scenarios because you might not have exactly what I have, but you might have other pieces, so work accordingly. But that's going to be the first team for this video. We've got God Ki. Number 2 for this video, we got Son Family. Son Family is going to be using Ultra Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. We got the new God Goku, and we got UUI. Now this team is actually amazing because the yellow Ultra UI, who's a powerful yellow, covers both greens because greens are weak to purple, but purple is weak to yellow. So it makes a lot of sense to work with this team here. Let's look at it though. We've also got 2 Zenkai buffs for the new God Goku. He's being Zenkai buffed by this Gohan, who's Zenkai buffs Son Family, and the Z ability works smoothly as well. Then we've also got Super Saiyan 3 Goku, Zenkai buffing him, Saiyans, as you will see, and the Z ability works as well. But then Ultra Gohan, because he's on the leader slot, he gets all of it. Now, Ultra UI does miss out on his Ultra ability, which is something I do want to mention because there's no Universe Rep members. But he's pretty good himself, so he can survive, and he's being Zenkai buffed by Legends Limited Bardock, as you can see. So he's still getting some buffs, so he will still be valuable on the team. Ultra Gohan needs more. If he's not the leader slot, he'll miss out on so many more Z abilities, which is why it's like this. But like I always say, it's not the only team you can build, so let's go into your options. If we go to the character list, I've shown you here what we've got. If you want to run a blue, Bardock and Goku is a good option, Bomku, and of course Vegeta without a doubt. But of course you'd have to change the whole basis of the team because God Goku is green, just don't forget that. So Bardock and Goku could work because they could also be double Zenkai buffed in the same way. Vegeta was just Vegeta, very good unit. You could Zenkai buff for like Pan, Namek Goku. Not Namek Goku, that's not Namek Goku. Namek Goku's here. So yeah, going into greens, don't really want to run another green unless you're running Ultra Gohan. I think the rest are just not good enough to really compete. I wouldn't recommend running 2 greens if you're not running Ultra Gohan. Going into purples, not really rating any of the purples really well. They're looking pretty lackluster. Except the Ultimate Gohan. I forget I'm recording this before and he's not here. Ultimate Gohan could fit on the team. Yellow, we obviously got Gogeta Blue. Ultra UI is already on team, but Gogeta Blue is probably just as good if you do want to use him, if you have him instead. And then going into reds, we've got Pan and Beast accordingly, and you can Zenkai buff them with options like Super Saiyan 2 Gohan over here, Son Family. Depending on your whole bench, obviously you could make it movies orientated. For more Son Family, Super Saiyan 4 Goku over here. I decided to use Bardock because he's a better Z ability and Zenkai buffer, but like, you get the gist. You could use Super Saiyan 4 Goku as well. So like I always say, you can build it how you have. With what units you have, you might not have the exact same units as me, but you see what's valuable in Son Family based on what I just showed you. So that's the number 2 team for this video. We got Son Family. Gave a small little leak in the previous section, but the 3rd team of the video should have been expected. It's sagas from the movies because God Goku is obviously from the movies. So we've got this team here. We've got Ultra Golden Frieza, who's being Zenkai buffed by this Broly. I believe he's Zenkai buffs movies and purple. So yeah, Golden Frieza is from the movies if you didn't know. This specific one anyways. So he's getting a Zenkai buff from him. We've got this God Goku here, who's actually getting the Z abilities from Broly because he's from the movies as well. But he's also going to be getting Zenkai buff by this Gohan, as in the new God Gokus. Just remember that I'm using this Goku as a template holder. So you can see here, the Son Family Zenkai buff for green. God Goku's going to eat off that. Then we've got Gogeta Blue over here, the 3rd movies unit, and he's being Zenkai buffed by Bardock. Now, as long as everybody off the leader slot, sorry, can get the Z abilities, it works. So Broly here, he buffs God Goku and Gogeta Blue. Gohan, because he's Son Family, buffs Gogeta Blue and God Goku, and Bardock, who's a Saiyan, buffs God Goku and Gogeta Blue. So it works. Ultra Golden Frieza's on the leader slot, so he gets his Zenkai buffs from Broly and the Z abilities because of the movies, but he's not going to get the other Z abilities because he's not a Son Family member or a Saiyan member, but because he's on the leader, it works. But like I always say, it's not the only way you can go about it. So let's look at our options. So if I go to my character list, if I look at the blue options, if you do want to run a blue Broly is high key your man, but you're going to have to do a lot of drop combos to bring out his potential. Outside of that, I wouldn't recommend any blue if I'm being honest. Going into green, you already got your God Goku, but if you do want to bring another one, I'd recommend Pycon or Orange Piccolo. Even the new Broly could be a good option. Make sure you run the plat if you're running Pycon. Going into purple, would I recommend any ones besides Ultra Golden Frieza? Not really. People try to use Path Crew and Ultra Gogeta Blue, but Ultra Golden Frieza just cannot compare to those guys. He's so clear. He's so clear. And then going into yellow, we already showed Gogeta Blue. I'd say that's pretty much it. Maybe Gotenks sneak. Going into red, we got Beast Gohan and Pan obviously. And I missed people because I don't have them, specifically Janemba. Only Janemba actually, I just don't have him. So in the blue section, besides from Broly, you can run Janemba as well if you do have him. And that would still be movies. The team will give you some good results. It's not the only way you can build this. Like I said, if you are running Janemba, you would obviously get slightly different results. But you'd have to change the buffs and whatnot, just bear that in mind. So yeah, 3rd team of this video, we got sagas from the movies. Gonna start with this equip here, Awaken Let's Go Vegeta number 1. You can see you can get strike or blast attack. For God Goku, you want strike attack, I believe, because he's melee orientated. You get the strike defense, and you also get special move damage. Very good for him because he goes type neutral every special move. And you get health restoration, which is obviously dope. How you get this? Zenkai Ultra Space Time Rush, the memory. You're gonna want the unawakened version though to awaken it. It's right here. You can see here it's pretty crappy in comparison. And you can get this from equipment collection for normal God Key or the equipment medal exchange shop. If you're running him on Son Family, this equipment is going to be a must. You can see you can get pure strike and blast 12% on each, and you also get base strike and blast defense, a lot of it. So you can see on the 1st slot, the middle slot, and the 3rd slot. It's for Son family members. You can get this from the dual coin exchange shop. If you're running him on God Key, even though this gives you strike defense and blast defense, this is very good for special move and ultimate damage, and you get a base blast and strike attack. So you're getting a bit of everything on this, and you just make him that bit more tanky, especially because he has endurance, which is going to be valuable. I set on a fierce and throw. You must be running 3 God Key members though. You can see here, you get it from the ultimate equipment collection, normal God Key. I think in general, I wouldn't recommend you run him on Saiyans, but let's say you're running Son family and you have Bardock and Goku on the team. This equipment works very well because you get special move on the first slot while getting pure. So you're getting pure strike and pure blast. It's good to allow having Bardock on the team, so because he's team Bardock, but then this one's just for Goku's, which is himself, so it would apply. He would only get the strike if he's running by himself, but you need Bardock on the team to be running with the blast, and the only good Bardock in the game is literally Bardock and Goku and Bardock. But you get this from the dual coin exchange shop. I wouldn't really recommend this equipment, Righteous Saiyans, but it's a really good last resort equipment. As you can see, you can get a bunch of different slots. So you can see you can get strike, blast, attack, strike defense, or blast defense, depending on which one you roll in the first slot. Then you have to do a lot of slot removing to see what you get on the second slot. Then you can do it again for the third slot. So you might want strike, strike, special move, strike, strike, ultimate. I don't advise going for key recovery or critical, but maybe health restoration could be useful depending on the build. So you can see I've got a bunch of them. I've got this one, blast, blast, ultimate, blast, blast, special move, blast, blast, strike, strike, ultimate, another strike, strike, ultimate, blast, defense, ultimate. There's different variations, which is low-key a hassle to grind, but if you can get a strike, strike, ultimate one or strike, strike, special move one, it can do you some justice, which is why I'd recommend it, but it's not the easiest thing to grind, which is why I want to say. You can get this from the equipment medal shop if you do want to go for it. If you're running Pikkon or Gogeta and Vegito on the team alongside this God Goku, for you're running kind of Son family but movies, you can run this equip here for the sagas from the movies and Otherworld Warrior. You'll be able to get both of them. For 1, he's sagas from the movies. For 2, Gogeta sagas from the movies. And for 3, Vegito becomes Otherworld Warrior. So that's something that you can benefit from. Or just run Pikkon and then you'll be able to benefit from this equip, getting health, pure strike and blast, and defenses of both kind. You can see it's for sagas from the movies, which is what God Goku is, and Fusion Warriors. You can get this from the dual coin shop. We got this one here for sagas from the movie Saiyans, double defense on the first 2 slots, but then you get triple trifecta of effects, so special move, ultimate damage, and health restoration. If you want this one but you want it unawakened, I'm going to show you how to get it. So you go to the characters, go to equip, go to archive, then you want to change the filter to whatever you're looking for. So in this case, we're changing only the episode. Go sagas from the movies. There we go. And once you get sagas from the movies, you see the awakened versions here, the unawakened versions here. It's pretty crappy by comparison, but you can get it from the equipment medal shop. Now, this equip exists, but you get no offenses from it, but I could see why it could work in theory. So you see base strike defense, which is obviously good, but you do get special move and ultimate damage, which is actually good. But the Vanish Gauge recovery is also effective, considering that every time I believe he presses a strike or a blast, he's going to get his Vanish back, and that could allow you to do a lot of combos, like winning consistently, because you'll be able to evade again. So if you do want to get this one, you'll be able to get it from the Legends Road, Turtle Medal Gold, and the equipment medal shop. Now for the last equip, given that it's not in the game right now, it's going to be the new God Key equip that you're able to get from co-op. It's specifically for God Goku, so go to co-op and play it. Look at the conditions, but it's definitely going to be fit specifically for this God Goku and maybe some people around him. It's most likely going to be similar to a lot of the dual coin ones, but it's very vital that you do get it. And there might be some other equipments that awaken that I haven't seen yet, so just bear that in mind. But yeah, man, that's going to be the end of the video. Hopefully this video was useful as I tried to put through all the best pieces for the teams and equipment so that you guys can have a good standing in PvP. Let me know how you're enjoying the unit. The unit, like I said, does look phenomenal. I think he looks the best out of the 2. But hopefully you guys have been enjoying this video or did enjoy this video. If you haven't already, make sure to press that subscribe button. We're on this grind to 100,000 subscribers. I appreciate you guys for watching, man. My name's Zakashi, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one, man.